Hey there, Marie Brenza here, and welcome to my channel, Grow From Trauma. This channel's sole purpose is to help people who have suffered from trauma to grow spiritually and step into their personal power. So if you feel that you need healing and want to start creating a new story for your life, this is the place for you. If that sounds good to you, and make sure you like and subscribe, click that bell button below so you always know when my latest content is out and available. So I will give you a second to do that. Okay. If you're watching this video, chances are you didn't grow up in the perfect storybook family. Your family is probably far from perfect. You were probably subject to many hurts, abuses, arguments, fear, guilt, all that good stuff from your family members. And these situations have most likely followed you into adulthood, and they may still be a part of your life today. Childhood and family trauma is a situation, an environment, and an experience that left you feeling vulnerable, abandoned, guilty, maybe even unable to depend on others for support or even to keep you safe. The way your trauma from your childhood and family affects you and how it presents itself in your daily life can be an indicator that you can still have some unhealed trauma that needs to be addressed. So there are many different types of trauma. These experiences are unwanted, unexpected, and leave you feeling helpless, vulnerable, and unable to prevent the situation from occurring. So some examples of trauma would be a parent passing or a parent with an illness. You had a traumatic childbirth. You had a sibling with an illness or disease, or a sibling who passed. Parental divorce, violence in your home, rape, molestation, child abuse, parents fighting all the time. Maybe you felt guilt or shame from a family member or a parent. You could have been neglected or abandoned from a parental figure and left to do things on your own. These are some of the examples. These are just a few. There's many others, but these are the most common that I've seen in my practice and in my own personal life, and just wanted to share those with you today. Now, trauma can manifest itself in your life, in your adult life, in multiple ways. You may not even be aware of it or even realize that it's happening. It can show up as poor decision making, stress, anxiety, depression, self-harm. Maybe you have a hard time trusting others. Maybe you jump from relationship to relationship and you just have a hard time committing. Maybe you have chronic pain or fatigue. That's one that not many people know about. That can be a result of trauma, family trauma or childhood trauma that you're just carrying with you that has not been resolved. Maybe you have mood swings. Maybe you startle easily. If someone drops something next to you on the floor and you're real super jumpy, that can also be from childhood trauma. Think of if your parents were slamming doors when they were arguing. Now you're carrying that with you. Maybe you have difficulty concentrating. That could be another one also. So you could experience times in your life when you are feeling challenged and you're feeling difficult, and you just have these negative emotions that are being brought up and you don't understand why it's happening. You may also feel like no matter what you do, you have no joy, you're not happy, you don't feel fulfilled. You think that nothing is ever good enough, or maybe you just can never feel completely satisfied. That is also a sign that you are carrying unhealed trauma. So it's important to understand the ways that trauma manifests itself in your adult life are the ways that you are coping to survive what is still unhealed or unresolved from your trauma. So it's not your fault. It's your body's mind and spirit's way of telling you that, hey, you know what? I have some work that I have to do. I have some unhealed trauma that needs to be resolved. It can be, this is the way that you're dealing with it at the time. You're struggling through this trauma. You need to get through it. Maybe you needed to do some, do some drugs. Maybe you were a drug addict. Maybe you were an alcohol abuser. Maybe you were a relationship hopper. And those are the ways at that point in your life that you were just able to survive because you didn't know how to deal with the trauma. These are not bad parts of you. They're just unhealed trauma. So it's important to understand that you didn't do something wrong. You were just doing the best you could at the time. So you don't have to feel guilt or shame or resentment or even be overwhelmed when you think about these parts of yourself or the things that you did to survive. It's difficult to try to understand why we have to go through trauma. So it is difficult to try to understand why these traumatic things have happened. Why were we born into the family we were born into? Why did we have to experience these traumatic things? Why did we have to have these bad things happen? We don't know. But the way you respond to the challenges that you're going to face, have faced, or have to face with your trauma is the way to your growth, your freedom, and your healing. The way to deal with it is to heal those parts that you've suffered the trauma. How can you do that? Well, you can reclaim your partnership with spirit and with your higher self. Now, I just want to make this clear. Spirit can be different for everyone. Spirit, universe, Mother Earth, Gaia, Jesus Christ, Buddha, Muhammad, whatever you choose spirit to be for you, that is going to be you partnering with spirit and your higher self. Also, understand that you are in control of your feelings and your emotions at all times. Surrender and accept those parts of yourself that need to be healed from the trauma, and be courageous. Take that first step towards healing. Now, facing the unknown is not going to be easy. You're going to be fearful. There's of those traumatic and unhealed parts of yourself. However, this is the only way for you to be able to move forward and sweep out the dust. It's okay to be afraid. Remember, spirit is with you every single step of the way. So put your faith in knowing you are not going to go through this process alone. You are going to be supported by spirit. You can be supported by loved ones, by groups, by coaches, by your peers, by other people, by your therapists. Whoever you choose, you do not have to step into this on your own. You don't need to know exactly what to do in order to do this. You're just going to take baby steps. And your intuition will help guide you to your healing journey. So keep that into consideration also. Stay grounded, okay? Stay real with yourself. Stay courageous. Then create a new vision for your future where your trauma no longer is the story that you're following or telling or reliving on a regular day-to-day. Then you will find growth and joy and happiness and prosperity in your life beyond your wildest dreams. I promise you. So now that we have that all out there in the open and you kind of have like an idea of what it is that we're going to be doing here, I want to ask you a question. What are some of the ways that your unhealed trauma has manifested itself in your life? And if you have done any healing work and have found a way to create new healthy habits in your life, let me know that too. And what are some of the ways that you have found helpful to healing during your healing journey or from your trauma or however you have done it? What are some of those ways? So leave me some comments below so we can have a conversation between us. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you feel like it resonated with you, please go ahead and like below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Grow Your Trauma. And also, don't forget to check the bottom because there's some freebies there for you that I want you to check out as well. And I hope that all of this benefits you. And hey, if you think that maybe someone you know can benefit from this, maybe share with them as well, because sharing is caring, right? Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful, amazing, awesome day. And don't forget to check the stuff out below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Mwah. See you next time. Bye.